On Blues Radio International, we're here at the Blues Music Awards in Memphis with Tony Colter. Tony, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. A pleasure to be here on the Blues Radio International. I've been trying to keep up with you guys, doing some great work, and it's good that you're getting to people who can't get the music that they want to hear. A little bit of home, you know?
Well, we appreciate the kind words. A lot of people don't appreciate the fact that 2/3 of the world doesn't have access to the internet.
Right.
And they're the poorest people in the world generally, but
Definitely.
they find the power of this music to be healing, as do the rest of us.
Yeah.
But you've got a massive audience with satellite radio.
It costs me a lot, Jesse. I'm sending out checks all the time. Please listen, please listen.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
But
I really
you really bring blues to an incredible number of people, and you're probably the most important guy in terms of getting music played and recognized.
Well, thank you. I don't know about that, but I do what I can. I'm such a music fan. I wanted to be a frustrated musician, like a lot of people, for a long time. And I was lead singer in a band for a while, and I didn't feel comfortable. So that's when I transitioned to radio. Not for work purposes, but something because I just wanted to stay involved with music in somehow or another. Helped build a college radio station. After I graduated, worked there for 5 or 6 years, worked for the government. One day, the big rock station in town, which was in Baltimore, 98 Rock in Baltimore, called up and said, "How'd you like to come do some radio?" And I just thought it was a friend kidding me, because this was a big rock station. I had never worked on, commercial radio before. They offered me a job, made me an offer I couldn't refuse, and 30-some years later, here I am. So, but let me just say one thing about the blues. After doing major rock stations in Philly, Baltimore, D.C., and having a long career with it, enjoyed it, made a good living, I have not had as much fun and pleasure and just inner peace since I started playing the blues. It's a whole different community, different type of people who are a community, a blues community, opposed to just, hey, I want to be a rock star and, buy my records, let me play, and I'll see you next time, Big difference in it. I love the blues people since I first started, and I thank Bill Wax for that because he knew I was a rock guy, and he knew I'd been going to blues festivals and stuff because I've always been a fan of the blues. And I remember when I started playing rock and roll radio, I was looking at liner notes because I'm a big reader. I love to read what's going on. And I'm looking, R. Johnson, he's not in Led Zeppelin. W. Dixon, he's not in the band. Who are these guys? Because I grew up in Europe, and I didn't really have music in my life until I was almost a late teenager. It was just the way my family was built to, go out and do good, healthy things, So rock and roll and all that other stuff was really foreign to me. When I came back to the country and I heard Top 40 radio, it blew my mind. What is this stuff? We didn't have it in our house. Johnny Mathis we had because my parents like it. B.B. King, we had stuff like that. But, I really wasn't interested in that because I was a kid, And now that I'm involved with it, I feel blessed. I really do, because the people are genuine. They like what they do. They love what they do. It's a passion. And it's a business, but it's not about the almighty dollar all the time. It's about the music and keeping the blues alive, and I think that is incredible.
I agree, and it really is. Every year, it's like a family reunion.
Yeah. Oh, I love coming down here for this. I mean, even though I'm broadcasting from the night of the event, I'd come even if I wasn't, just because it's incredible. The first year I came down, I'm talking to these blues guys, and they're giving me accolades, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you guys are the guys, And it was such a difference because I've interviewed Rolling Stones and, all the big rock groups over the years, and it was like, man, I couldn't wait till it was over because it was all about me, and, it wasn't a community, it was about my band, and that's it, So it's a big difference. I love the blues, man. I love it. It also brought my father and I together because I did rock and roll radio for so many years. He was a colonel in the military, very staunch man. My mom used to call me up when I went to XM to start doing blues. Your dad's listening to you on the radio. It brought us together because we were that far apart. We had love, but we weren't friends. The music brought us together. And I'm getting a chill just telling you this right now because it meant a lot to me, And thank God for the blues that brought me and my dad together.